Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. Welcome back to a new Steel Division League cast today. We're continuing the best of 5 matchup between Boy and Adler. It is the finals, the grand finals of Division 3 of the Steel Division League. Now, spoilers from this point onwards, so if you haven't watched the previous matches, make sure you stop the video, go back and watch them. Adler is currently 2-1 up in this matchup, in this best of 5 between Boy and Adler. So, for Adler, he just needs to win today, and that will crown him champion of Division 3. Boy is 2-1 down, and he needs 2 more matches, so he has to win today to force it to a final 5th match, and he still has the opportunity to be crowned champion. So big match today. We can see Adler already has a lot of units down on the ground. Boy currently has nothing placed down, so perhaps he is devising his strategy as we speak. While we wait, let's check out the decks. So, Boy on the left hand side in blue, he is playing the 21st Panzer today on Maverick Income, and if I remember right, his victory against Adler was with Panzer Leia on Maverick Income, so perhaps, you know, he's returning to his original roots of playing an armoured division, and may this lead him to victory. I remember in that previous deck, he had no artillery and barely any air force. This time with the 21st Panzer, he has plenty of off-map at his disposal. He does also have those Focke-Wulf 190 A8s that I've mentioned before, are strong fighters, and the Ju-88 S1 anti-tank cluster plane. He only gets 1 of those though. Obviously the big boy on campus, the Konigstiger, he's opted for 1 in A and 2 in B, so just 3 Konigstigers for this 21st Panzer. But honestly, you know, 3 Konigstigers is more than enough. If you lose 3 Konigstigers, it's a hell of a lot of investment, and yeah, unless they seriously pay themselves off, you're probably on the way to losing the game anyway. So more than 3, I don't think is always necessarily needed, especially when you're looking at Maverick Income. But that Maverick Income does allow him to purchase, in B phase at least, a Konigstiger per tick. So we could see 3 out in a matter of 3 minutes. The remainder of his deck, 71 units of infantry, a modest amount, not over the top, not, you know, not too little either, and plenty of MG42s in here. No commander on the field, opting not to take a commander, and only 1 card of leader tanks, which is kind of interesting, not having a commander, but he has chosen to have those leader tanks. Wow, the game's actually underway. I've not even had chance to look at Adler's deck, so Boy obviously stuck his units down very quickly. I'm actually going to pause the replay while we look at this deck. Okay, so the reason I wanted to pause this while we look at the deck, it's the 7th Mechanized Corps. It's the first time I'm casting the 7th mech, so I really wanted to have a look at the deck and see what we've got in store for us today, and hopefully you don't mind this. So Adler, he's playing the 7th mech. He's on flatline income. I think he's been flatline mostly throughout this playoff best of 5. What do we have in store for us? Well, 86 units of infantry, only just a little bit more than the 21st Panzer. So, you know, not over the top in terms of infantry, but 46 tanks, mostly T-34 76ers. They can do the job against Panzer IVs, but they will struggle against those Konigsteigers. In terms of taking out the Konigsteigers, that will be the job of the ISU 122 S's, and I think also the SU-1... No, scratch that. The SU-152, I believe, is a HE-only platform. The SU-122, one of those two, I feel like, has heat ammunition on them. I may be wrong on this. I think it's one of those two, and I can't remember which one between them has that heat ammunition. But I think one of them does, and one of them can do the job. I think outside of that, he doesn't really have anything that can seriously do the job of penetrating that Konigstiger. The PE2 83s with that bomb loadout may be able to hit it from the skies and possibly inflict some heavy HE damage with a direct hit, but I think it's going to come down to the ISU-122Ss in the main to try and destroy that Konigstiger. And if he can get through the Konigstiger, well, I think it's still... I think it's still anyone's game. I think the 21st Panzer can stand up to this deck, and it will be very, very good to see it in action, and I am looking forward to it. Right, let's get back underway and into the game. Let's just recap. On the left-hand side in blue, we have Yarderboy. He is playing the 21st Panzer on Maverick Income, and I don't know whether he messed up his deployment at the start. He took a long, long time to deploy his troops, and he just got one fast move order, so I'm not sure whether something happened there. On the right-hand side in red, we have Adler. He is playing the 7th mech. He is on flatline income, and I think most of the action is, well, certainly for Adler is going to be in this northern part of the battlefield. We'll have to see how Yarderboy does. He has now given some different orders to his units, including some reverse orders there. And that was to slow down the I think he's trying to slow down the SPW so they don't get too far ahead of the Panzers. Really interesting, focused micro, but just look at his northern side. Barely any infantry units in here, just Flammenwerfers. I'm keeping my voice down because I imagine they're trying to not make any noise whatsoever. Don't alert the Russians. Don't let them know we've got nothing in here. But it looks like Adler may be pushing an attack forwards, and if he comes up against no restriction, will he push further and further? The Ogmachikis do spot the wild panzer push over the centre ground, and will that let Adler know that Yarderboy has absolutely nothing? Oh wow, Konigstiger. We have a Konigstiger at the start of this game. So a lot of points being invested, 180 points in that unit at the very start. No, Adler is not holding ground. He is pushing with all his might up on the top. And I'm not sure about this strategy. Once a player takes hold of this ridge line, it can be a fantastic position to fire downwards on the reinforcement zone. And yeah, Adler's going to take both of these flags here. Maybe if Yarderboy can get his Konigstiger forwards into this position and hit the reinforcement zones. But a very, very interesting strategy. A very interesting strategy. Don't think I've seen this before. We have T-34-76ers barreling down the roads. Both flags have been taken. Adler up to a 14-10. Remember, he has flatline income, and I suppose actually he has a 10-point advantage in A phase over Yarderboy. So it's not until B phase that Yarderboy actually has the income advantage here. No AT gun to face off against those T-34s. In fact, nothing can stop them right now. So Adler fully utilising them. The Flammenwerfers will engage the Strelky DP. They will get the kill there. I don't think they'll get the surrender. The Aftermachiki is in range to prevent that surrender. And the Aftermachiki should get their kill. Yes, they do. And fully secure this town. A couple of Panzer IV-Gs do come into the battlefield, but I think it'll be interesting to see them face off against the T-34s, because I'm not quite sure who really gets the advantage there. Okay, so Jardaboy does crest the hill. The Konigstiger is slowly getting into place. 233 was bailed out there by the M42 gun. It's not going to be too much of an issue for Jardaboy. The MG42 does get into position to secure the flag. 13-11 for Adler. Very interesting start. In comes a PE3. Looking to go for... Oh, the SPW, I imagine, is the actual target there. Doesn't really get any kind of hit onto those units. Looks like one of the T-34s has gone down to the Panzer IV Gs just here. So, first blood to Jardaboy. Well, in that engagement, anyway, Su-76Is coming in to try and face off. I don't know whether Adler has quite spotted that there is a Konigstiger here yet. Surely he has, but I think he's got to be actually a little bit worried here. Does he have... I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we looked at the deck, but does he have that 122? No, wrong tab. Does he have it? Yes, he does have one in A. I mean, that is what I would be calling in. It's got to be that. That's his best counter. I mean, the Su-76Is, yeah, they can deal with other stuff, but not a Konigstiger. He needs to be keeping those a bit further back. Although there has been one sneak forwards. And maybe he's going to go for almost a rear shot. Has located the SPW-231. One shot, one kill. P3 on the way as well. Does strike that Konigstiger, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of HE from that PE3 to do the job. Su-76 pushing forward is going to try and take on the Panzer M4, but does not do the job. Wow, look at the flag back here. Oh, here's the ISU-122S. I missed it. I actually missed it coming into this field, so it was already on the way. May have even been in early setup. But it's actually kind of got behind the forces of... Oh my days! JU-80 S1 strike incoming! Gets the kill. Wow, big kill there for Jardaboy. Big kill, because that was the main threat against the Konigstiger. I still want to see something from that support tab. I have a feeling one of those two units in the support tab has some pretty heavy heat ammunition on it. Yeah, fire incoming against the Zis 3 gun. These anti-tank guns, they've got to get the kill first shot, because if they don't, against something, they're immediately suppressed. There's just too much armor there otherwise. Another PE3. Is it going to hit the Konigstiger again? I imagine so. No, going after the SPW-233. I think that was an intelligent decision there, trying to take away the recon from that little group of units. Erzatstruppen does come in to reinforce the situation and actually put quite a lot of pressure onto Adler. Picking up these two flags in the center. Yeah, a bit of strange unloading decisions being made there by Jardaboy. This is a tough position for Adler to be in. I really love this play. I still don't know whether it's going to be successful from Jardaboy. Oh, wow, look at that. A number of tanks all go down in a matter of seconds. I think it was the M42 gun here took down one, and the T-34... Oh, and the Aftermachiki as well took down one. Panzer IV Gs do come across, but there is a T-34 lying in ambush for these Panzer IV Gs. Should get the first shot. Does so. Gets the kill. And will another one barrel into the lion's den. The Aftermachiki actually pushing forward, trying to get the kill on the other Panzer IV G. The T-34 does now engage. Aftermachiki not needed. T-34 gets two quick kills there. And wow, Jardaboy lost a hell of a lot of armor. What was that? 5 units of armor in a minute. More PE3 strikes. They are just, I believe, 50 kilogram mums. I didn't quite see there. Trying to hit the Panzer 35S now. I think that is his only real bet, isn't it? Just continue hammering with airstrikes. Kind of strange that Yardaboy hasn't brought an AA piece. Ah, just onto the top of this hill, or even with the fact that it's a flat 41. This kind of position would be really good because it can fire down onto the city down below as well. Again, losing this flag a little bit further back. If he did have it, it would be a 12-12 right now. So Yardaboy does just need to cover off, but I imagine once the flat 41 gets there, actually that will hold the territory. And there is a Panzergrenz on the way as well. More Cis-3 engagements. Ooh, onto the Panzer M4 just on the top of the hill here. Another PE-3 strike coming in. Nope. Nope. Oh, the Cis-3 gun does go down. I think this has been a very interesting start. We are now in B phase. I was about to say Adler won't be too displeased with this start, to be fair. But actually, Yardaboy, I don't think he will be too displeased with his start as well. I think it could have gone better for him, but I actually think it could have gone a lot worse as well. And I'm really interested to see how he's going to utilize this 180 points a minute Maverick income to really push forwards at this stage. He has that Konigstiger in an absolutely fantastic position. Here's the other ISU, the B phase ISU. I mean, this thing has to do the job, but there's another two Konigstigers that could come onto the battlefield and kind of take up a similar position up here on this hill. And then I think once that happens, I think Yardaboy has to invest in retaking this town, and there's two flags here that he can easily, you know, make up and just defend the left-hand side. Kind of surprised, you know, Adler hasn't tried something down in the south, because he did see how much was invested into this center push. He pushed up north to counteract it, but he hasn't thought about pushing down south yet. And I mean, we have the benefit of knowing there's nothing down there, so kind of surprised that nothing was placed down south. T-34 does go down to the Sherman on top of the hill, and the other one might as well. I think I'd favour the T-34 in the longer range engagement. This engagement is taking place at about 1,300 metres, so actually it's probably about even at this point. Because that Strupen does go down, so Adler does pick up the flag here, and he's backing off that T-34. Doesn't want the engagement. In comes the combat from Adler. He's going to try and buff up its units. Oh, the ISU 122 is now going to engage. Got to be careful, though. Instantly takes down the Panzer M4. Ooh, big hit from the Konigstiger. Another one, and I think it's going down. Trading blows. Oh, there it goes. That is the kill. And it's going to take another one. Here it is. Yes, I was right. The SU-122. Oh, Ju-88S1 onto the battlefield. This could deal some heavy, heavy damage if it hits on target. I don't know whether he knows this unit is here. No, he's going a bit further back. He was going for those SUs, or ISUs. Does take 2 kills. But the 3-star Xenon may well shoot down this Ju-88S1. Especially because Yardaboy didn't quite fall it back properly. And it kind of circled. So it has gone down. But I think he'll be happy with the kills that made. It did get a ISU down here. And it got an ISU up there. But the SU-122 still has to be taken out as well. These things do have the 122mm heat shells, which deal 160 penetration at all ranges, so there is still a percentage chance of penetrating that Konigstiger with those heat shells. Meanwhile, while all of that was happening, a hell of a lot of investment to take back this city from Yardaboy, and he is doing it pretty successfully with all of these recon vehicles. There's that Strupen coming in. Are they going to make it past the Aftermanchiki? They don't unload. I think he's going to have to send a couple of vehicles back, because I think those Aftermanchikis may well beat the Ersatz-Truppen. It's just kind of a sense of spotting whatever units are here and then taking them out. But yeah, he has... Those that trooping did go down to the Aftermachiki, and he has lost the flag. He's kind of pushing them through, and they keep getting surrounded. They aren't paratroopers. Okay, so Adler is grouping up his SU-122 and his ISU-122. And he's I think he's going to try and use them together. I would like to see a few of these get on the field, because they're 90 points, so he can afford one per minute. And he does have 4 of them in total in his deck, so maybe group those 4 together and just barrel forwards, and they should get the kill. But there is another 2 Königstigers. At some point they're going to head into this battlefield. The other boys just pushed through the center. This is a fantastic game. 59 down to the T-34. Ooh, the Konigstiger is advancing with its flanking Panzer IV-G and Panzer IV-C. ISU firing down the road. Does not want to waste those. No, cancel that. Just AP on the ISU. It is heat on the SU-122. E3 trying to come in, but there is a bit of AA in here now. The Flak 41 88mm. I think that was a... Yeah, it was. It just took a while for the bombs to fall there. Those Aftermachiki back here have done a devastating job holding that compound. But yeah, I think Yardboy's going to be pretty pleased with himself so far. It's now 15-9. He's trying to tackle this flag down here. If he can get the 16-8, he's going to halve the timer left for Adler to hold on to the game. There's just a T-34-76 standing in his way. Although it does take out the Sherman. That's a big kill, because the other units here, if that T-34 moves forwards, may well get destroyed by it. But the Strelki are discovered by the half track. The Pioneers should take care of them, though. Will those Pioneers throw the satchel charge or the grenade? Yes, they do. And they should... Yeah, there they go. There they go. The flag's taken by Jardaboy. 16-8. 13 minutes on the clock. A couple of mortars coming in from Adler to try and hit that Flak 41 88mm. We said in an earlier game, I don't think mortars are going to be enough to do that job. The Konigstiger did back off. It has taken a lot of punishment. Yeah, you can tell it is looking very battered as it wreaks havoc across the battlefield. Wow, look at the Marder 1s coming in columns here. Very real life. Okay, so the Aftermachiki have been spotted. The Panzer IV-C, well, it's going to lose sight of them. And Jardaboy's lost the flag again. He keeps getting surrounded. Tango Disanikas have made it forwards. Another P3 strike. The Konigstiger finally goes down. The man who could. The P3 pilot that has been constantly in finally gets that kill on the Konigstiger. I would love to know how many bombing strikes it took. Must have been about 6 or 7. But he finally gets that kill. Tanko Desaniki are forced back. The Konigstiger's gone down, but I imagine, yeah, here come the 2 other replacements. So that's all of the Konigsteigers now onto the field. Oh, there is a little bit of movement down south, but not enough really. Not enough at this stage. And Adler's kind of slowly built up his force. I think the one thing that Jarnaboy hasn't done is pushed onto this northern island across the bridge here, or flanked it. You know, he could have flanked this and perhaps even cut off all of these units. He hasn't done that, and that may well come back to bite him, because if Adler does manage to get back into this town, he doesn't have to reinforce this area. He has enough troops in there, so it's one less job that he has to do. Oh, down goes the flak 4188 mil. I do imagine the SU-122 really did the job there and not the 82 mil mortars. Although they have been hitting the area. Oh, an MG42 goes down as well. Konigsteigers are taking the time to get to the front, and it might give Adler the opportunity to get back into this game. Oh, another P2 strike coming in this time. Has he spotted that reinforcing Konigstiger? I mean, this is a juicy target. Does kill the Marder. I think he actually ordered that onto the Marder. The Konigstiger just drove straight into the line of sight of those bombs, or the strike radius, or whatever the term might be. T-34 does move up north to try and reinforce. Another PE3 coming in. Oh! Oh! Wow! 3 kills in one there. Was that just a chain explosion that caused the Konigstiger to go down as well, or was it just a lucky hit? But man alive, 3 kills in one from that P2. Wow. Jarnaboy must be kicking himself right now, and Adler probably can't believe his luck. Armor crack onto the T-34-76 from the Marder 1 down in the city there. Another Marder goes down. These Marders are going down by the second. The Konigstiger is now into position though, but there is the SU-122 here. It can face off against it, and the Konigstiger doesn't have the same support that it had before. SDKFZ-71 is now in position. Yeah, able to force back that P3. The SU-122 can definitely do a good job here. Was that an ISU that went down? Yeah, I think it was. I think an ISU went down there as well. Another SU-122 comes up to support. So that may have been Adler's last ISU going down there. The SUs can do the job as well. Here's that heat shell. Driver knockout. We'll get another chance, but I don't think he's going to get a third chance. Let's see. Will the Konigstiger get the kill? Yes. Oh, it did just get the fire away. Will it get the return kill? No, it does not. Okay, there is another one in here now somewhere, firing down on that Konigstiger. Somewhere in that melee of units, there is another SU. You can tell by the fire pattern of the shell. There's a T-34 firing there, but I think Adler is now backing it off. Oh no, I apologise, it was just 3 T-34s. Wow, interesting. Okay, so Jarnaboy still has this 14-10. There's 20 minutes left on the clock. We are now in C phase, and he lost. Wow, look at the AA that he's finally brought in here. I think after that three unit kill, he's actually realised, wow, I'm under a lot of threat right now. I think he does need some supporting units to help out his Konigstiger. But Adler, I mean, he's not out of this. I think this could have gone a lot better for Jardaboy than it actually has. I feel like those few kills onto those... Wow, that kill there onto those 3 units and all of those Marder ones that didn't do a hell of a lot really will have hurt him. P2 train coming in here, but I don't think either of them are going to get on target. There's just too much AA now. Yeah, both of them... Wow, yeah, both of them are going to go down, surely. The first one does, and I think the second one is... No, actually does just get out alive. Mortar counterfire coming in, but the SDKFC 7-1 did just escape. Oh, and the Pak 38 nearly gets hit there as well. Forced to unload. Adler's kind of made his way back in here. You know what would be really interesting is, rather than trying to get infantry units to go down this central road, is if he'd have kind of taken them up here, unloaded, walked them over this river on foot, and then kind of down here. He may well have been able to get away with that. I mean, it's a crazy strategy, but I am Angry Bird, and I often do crazy strategies. Oh, is he preparing for a southern push? Is he preparing for a southern push? And will he split this map wide open? T-34-76 sneaking around the back. Gets eyes on the SDKF said 7-1. Gets the first kill. Will he just decimate the AA here? He could well do this. Jardaboy is desperately trying to move his AA out of the way. Pak 38 is going to try and attempt to cover off against that T-34, and the Konigstiger actually moving back. No. Moving forwards again. T-34 backs off. Actually, the units down south were coming forwards to attack this southern position, or central position, sorry. Infantry units trying to get down the town, into that town, reinforce down the central route. The Tanko Thessaloniki has taken this central flag, and we're back to a 12-12 after all of this. And actually, Tanko Thessaloniki barreling straight past those pioneers. And one of them's coming back again. Those pioneers are putting up a mighty, mighty fight. But are they now? No, 1 grenade left. But I think they're going to go down. Yep, they're going to go down to the Tankos before they get a chance to use that final grenade. And it is still 12-12. It is still 12-12. Some 52Ps coming in, as well as strokey SVTs. Perhaps Adler is realising the south is his best opportunity. Jardaboy's kind of pinned back to this ridgeline. Oh, SU-122 is going to engage that Konigstiger once again. No, sorry. The SDKF said 7-1. Does get the kill there. So both of the SDKF said 7-1s have gone down. And will it allow further bombing strikes? I don't know whether Adler has many planes left. Panzer grenades pushing forwards, but I think the Tankos, even with 3 men, will take care of them. This will be an interesting battle. The Molotov obviously comes down early. Gets some heavy suppression, but they do get taken out just a moment before those Panzergrens when it gets suppressed. T-34s do sort of come up the side road and are trying to... Ooh, Pak 38 nearly goes down and the transport there does unload. There are a couple of Pak 38s in here that might be able to take care of those T-34s. One of them goes down, the other one under a lot of pressure. Armor crack onto one of the T-34s. There's still 2 here. Who's going to win out in this engagement? Adler backs off, does not want to risk his further T-34-76s trying to take out that anti-tank gun. He has made it into the town, but he did lose that flag. The Tanko's going down. did lose him that flag. 13-11 to Jodaboy. Wow, look how close this Pack 38 is, and the T-34-76 does go down. Very close range, but the Strelky are going to come up the hill, and those Pack 38 men will not be able to survive against an infantry attack. Okay, some Strelky SVTs and DPs do attack the southern side. There is some T-34s coming in to reinforce that, and there are 52Ps down here as well. Jodaboy rushing in Panzergrens to try and hold this attack. I don't know whether he's going to be able to do it. I think it depends on the T-34s. Ooh, there's going to be an attack down here onto the southern field as well. Adler splitting up his forces, and I feel like perhaps this one can get halted, but can this one down here? Ooh, PE2 train coming in for that Konigstiger, and it's just 3 Gepards here. I think they are going to get through. 1, 2, 3. Drop their bombs. That Konigstiger is in a hell of a lot of trouble right now. Here comes the first one. Oh, second and third. Yeah, the Konigstiger goes down in an absolute hail of smoke and fire. I'm not quite sure whether my PC handled all the effects. Oh dear. Well, I think Adler's probably really happy that he got that kill. Strelky SVT, sorry, just general, normal, bog standard, basic Strelky coming down to the south, and they should take this flag. Still 13-11 to Jodaboy, so he is not out of it yet. But the big heavy threats of the Konigstiger has gone down. Panzer IVHs can still do the job against those T-34s though. But the Flammenwerfers won't be able to do the job against the Strelky. That is for sure. Not at that range. Not at that range. Let's have a look at what Jodaboy has in his anti-tank tab. Well, we saw a lot of those Martyrs go down, and we've seen a fair few Pack 38s come out onto the field. I feel like he does need a couple of Pack 38s down here to protect against the T-34s, maybe at least one. But without those, he's going to have to rely on his Panzer IVs. And does he have enough? It's hard to say at this stage. It is hard to say. I think in terms of numbers, there's definitely more T-34s available to Adler, but it's whether Jodaboy has already destroyed enough of those T-34s. Adler picks up the 13-11, the 14-10 now. There's 26 minutes for Adler to kind of hold on and cement his championship and be crowned as winner of Division 3, but a lot could still go wrong at this stage for Adler, and Jodaboy still has it in him to win, but yeah, his power has definitely been diminished with those Konigstiger kills. I feel like he's got to feel unlucky for that triple whammy. But, you know, across the course of a season, all of these kind of RNG factors, they do even themselves out. It's a very well-known thing in football circles, especially in the UK, that the game is won over the course of a season, although I guess this is different when we talk about playoffs. Best of fives. I don't know. You can give your thoughts down below in the comments. So we got 4 T-34s on 1 Panzer IVH, and Jodaboy is definitely going to lose those odds. Luckily, they get out alive. The Panzer 35S is just not going to be able to destroy those T-34s at that range. It needs to be an anti-infantry tank. There are a few more tanks down here in the south. Oh, but here comes another PE2 train from Adler, and I fear for Jada Boy's tank men's lives. Bombs are released. He has split up his units. And yeah, very little damage actually there done onto those Panzer IV-Hs. But the T-34s do now have the opportunity. I think they're going to start to advance. One of the Panzer IV-Hs does go down. PTRS-41 trying to sneak down on this southern side and get into a rear position, try and get some reinforcement kills. And we do have a Razvedka with the bazooka coming forwards as well. Another PE2 heading onto the battlefield. Oh, very strange set of orders here. Not quite sure why it's flying in that direction with an order to move down south. I have no idea what was happening there. Ah, we see a Focke-Wulf 190AA onto the battlefield. Jada Boy is finally invested in his fighters. And actually, it may well get through here. There is a Xenon 37mm, though, that probably will be able to fend it off because it is 3 stars thanks to the combat upgrade. And actually, that F8, that A8 is now in trouble. Is it going to make it out alive? It's tough to say at this point. I think, yes, it is going to get out. It is going to get out. I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad about that. I really want to see these Focke-Wulf in action now because I have bigged them up quite a bit in the introduction to a couple of casts recently. Look at this line of T-34s. There are some Panzer IVs that stand in their way, though, but there are more T-34s reinforcing as well. 22 minutes left. Adler's 13-11 up. He may lose this flag here, though, and we're probably going to be back to a 12-12. Yes, we are. Pack 38 is going to make its way through the forest, actually. It could take a close-range shot at this T-34-76. Yep, here it comes. Yes! There comes the kill. So like I say, Jada Boy is not out of this. The Panzer IVs can do this job, and the Pack 38s as well. It's just there needs to be enough of them. He needs to have enough of them to counter the kind of numbers advantage of the T-34s. One did go down in the... Sorry, no, it is still there, hidden behind the Panzer 35S. At the moment, the 12-12 will definitely be favouring Adler more than Jada Boy. The income advantage just in Adler's favour now, and the more the game goes on, Adler picking up what, 500 points every 10 minutes? Another few, ooh, even more PE-283s. How many PE-2s did he have in his deck? I didn't think he had that many. Wow, looks like he had 4. And so only one of them must have been shot down there. And let's just watch the bombing strikes come in. MG42 goes down. The other one should go down as well. I didn't quite see where the third one sort of hit, but the Focke-Wulf does get the kill there. The Focke-Wulf does get the kill. So there's only 2 PE-2s left. Another Panzer IV-H does go down, though, and everyone that Jada Boys loses is a big, big loss. T-34 goes down in reply. And he has halted the progression of Adler down on this southern side. Looks like Adler's going further south. I think he wants to avoid fire up from this kind of ridge line. So he's taking his tanks further south to engage where their southern flank is completely secure. And remember this PTRS-41 that was making its way down south behind enemy lines. We'll have to try and keep our eyes on that to see whether it does get any kills. 39 minutes into this matchup. Back to a 12-12. Incredibly tense game right now. Who's going to win? I mean, this is a big deciding game, certainly from Adler's perspective anyway. There are a lot of Panzer IV Hs down here now. So Jonaboy has got the numbers back in here. And I think that's what he needs to do. He really needs to engage with these numbers. M42 gun is going to open fire. Unless it's spotted soon, he's going to get quite a few shots. First one comes away, misses. He gets away with it. Isn't spotted. Oh, Panzer IV H goes down to a spalling hit. Still not spotted. Shoot a knockout. Still can't see it. He finally... I don't know whether that's a... Yeah, that is an order. He can now see it, look. He can now see it. And the weight of fire comes down. And the Focke-Wulf should come in to finish off the job if it's needed, yeah. I'm kind of surprised he's retreating that. I would think it'd be better to keep the Focke-Wulf around as a constant deterrent. Although the P40 NKD Denisov, the leader and ace, has come in to join the battle with that beautiful P40 skin there. Lovely, lovely skin. Flying around. Up on the, interestingly enough, up on the northern side, where Jonaboy has not really invested in any kind of airplanes since early on. I mean, I wonder whether that's a bait over the Zenart 37mm gun. And it's funny that Jada has brought a Focke-Wulf and he's got his circling over the other side. Who will kind of break first and try and engage over the other's AA? Renewed investment in this center town, and there are a lot of Tango Dissanikis here. I think Adler could make a push work. Oh, the planes are getting closer together. The P40 is going to engage the Focke-Wulf. The Focke-Wulf engages the P2s. Focke-Wulf goes for a head-on pass, doesn't get the kill, and is now caught behind enemy lines over a Zenart 37mm. The P40 chasing, surely will get the kill. Yes, it does. The bombing strikes do come down somewhere. I guess we missed them. Apologies, guys. I guess we missed them. I thought I was about to catch them, but no, unfortunately not. Although, was that it there? Was that it there? Possibly. I don't know. Not 100% sure. More 82mm mortars coming in. I imagine that's to try and hit these Gepards. But Adler definitely came on top there. The Focke-Wulf went down. And yeah, that was a tough engagement for Jonaboy. I think he would have been better off not taking that engagement. I don't know whether he saw the P40. Surely he must have saw the P40 circling over in the northern side, but I feel like he gave that order, and I think he must have known the Zenart 37mm was up there. Oh, and here comes an off-map. The KV-1E KAO 203mm off-map. That's going to hit this location. Oh, in comes the smoke as well. Actually, interesting. Is Adler going to off-map or just push forwards? Because it's kind of interesting. Yeah. He is just going to push forward with the standard Tanko Dissaniki push. Unless he was going to off-map the this position down here with the AA. One set of Tanko Dissanikis do go down. Pak 38 down here on the ridge, taking shots at the T-34s. Strokey coming in to reinforce. More Tanko Dissanikis push forwards. Panzergrenz are going to have to back off. They are going to go down. Yeah, here comes the off-map. I am a bit surprised by that. I think he should have off-mapped first and then smoked and pushed. Rather than kind of done a little push, lost a few soldiers, then off-mapped. But, you know, That's just my perspective. I've got time to think about these things. A lot of the times I can make criticisms, but I have full luxury of not actually fighting the battle right now. And so I have time to think about things. Whereas these guys are obviously making very quick decisions, and they're making much better quick decisions than I am when I play, because I'm not really at their level, so... Ooh, Focke-Wulf 190 A8 should repay the damage, yes. Does get the kill there. Onto that P40 ace. And the Focke-Wulf 190 says, you may have a better skin than me, but I get the last laugh today. So down comes the off-map. Does pin down those Panzergrens. Ooh, and this is something that happens so often. People push forwards their own infantry into the off-map. It happens all the time. Now I do it all the time as well. Although that KV-1E was a bit of a... It didn't look like too many actual off-map strikes, actual artillery shots there. Ooh. SU-152 went down there. Pak 38 on the ridge. Got the kill. P2's coming in, escorted by a P40N. And heading for those Panzergrens. Both of them release. Takes out his own Tanko Tsaniki. But the other one does the job as well. And the Focke-Wulf 190 AA is going to engage with that P40N. There is some Gepards there helping him out. He's got to be careful not to stray. Yep, very good micro there from Jarderboy, keeping his Focke-Wulf in the right position. He's trying to micro. If I was Adler, I'd be calling back that P40. Still engage him. Focke-Wulf's just circling him over that Gepard. And actually the P40 will get away just because of the circumstances there. But that was nice micro from Jarderboy. I think he learned from his mistake from earlier where he kind of rushed his Focke-Wulf in. But please don't stray too far. Oh dear. He's going over the Xenaut 37mm again. And wing damage. Is it going to get out alive? Oh no! It's circling completely the wrong way here. What is going to happen? It is now falling back. It's right over that Xenaut 37mm. And I am feeling quite bad right now. Will it get out alive? I think it might just make it. Wow, by the skin of his teeth. That thing just gets out. Wow. T-34s earlier come back into play, back onto this ridgeline. And it's a 13-11 to Adler once again. He has... I think it is this flag here that he's recaptured. Pushed himself back to a 13-11, and actually he's looking pretty decent right now. He is looking pretty decent. 82mm rain down fire on the Pak 38. Ooh, look at this stroker unit pushing all the way forwards. Very tasty. Hicks up the flag 14-10. Will that give him the impetus? Yes, it does, to attack with his infantry units up here. He may well secure this flag up on the north as well and make that a 15-9. Oh, we do see some more Marders come in. So there were some Marders in reserve. But we saw a lot of them go down earlier on in this game. I think that's the last anti-tank units that Jarderboy has access to, because he would definitely bring in Pak 38s and Panzervoll H's, I feel like, before he resorted to Marder 1s. I think now he's moving his infantry forward. I would like to see this 52p from Adler push up to this sort of ridgeline here as well. And he has managed to capture the flag down here, takes over control of the territory from the Panzergrenz and the Pioneers. 15-9 to Adler. 10 minutes left on the clock. Can Yarderboy save his playoff chances, his grand final attempt? Well, look at the units down here, though. Adler could push forward down here in the south as well. So it's definitely momentum Adler right now. Definitely momentum Adler. The Aftermachiki do get caught out in the open and will go down to the fire. I think it was coming from the Panzergrenz. Although, actually, wow, look at that. Very lucky. Men died out in the open there, but the 4 remaining men just made it into the safety of cover behind the building. Wow. Oh, look at this off-map down here from the KAO, the KV-1E. I think he was trying to target the AA back here. Down goes the Panzer 35. Nice kill. Wow, there was a Pak 38 coming up north. Was that a T-34 in that position? Yes. I just feel like that's a strange choice to have that Pak 38 up there and not come through, you know, in the center somewhere. But he does re-establish control of the northern side and really puts paid to any push that Adler could think of up here. And actually may well take this town back as well. Yeah, it does so. Back to a 13-11, but Adler still has the upper hand. In comes some more PE2s. There is still a Focke-Wulf. I imagine it's going to come out onto the field at any moment now. Yep, here it comes. If that Focke-Wulf can score a kill, then eventually, you know, a lot of power is coming from these PE2s. Oh, there's a P40N coming in here. Ooh. Ooh, no, it's going to go down. Yep. The P40 does take out the Focke-Wulf, and that's at least 2 of them down. Yeah, that's definitely all of Yarderboy's Focke-Wulf 190 A8s that have gone down now. He cannot rely on those Focke-Wulfs any longer. And what I was about to say was, if he can destroy those PE2s, a lot of the power coming from this mechanized division is, you know, would go down, because those bombing strikes have been hella effective throughout the course of this game and really claimed all 3 Konigstiger kills, which shows how effective they've been. Yarderboy's just showing that he's not out of this yet. Does take back, you know, somewhat decent control of this central town. He does still need to push forward. Down goes the Pak 3850, and the one further up north is well out of position now. Okay, so I believe, yes, if we look at his position here, it was brought in to contest against this ridge line. So that was the reason, but I think it would have just been more advantage coming into this area. And, you know, this area here can contest the ridge line, but you can also move it, you know, not very far and contest the reinforcement zone. I think it would have been a much better position to bring it down here. I mean, the counter argument to that is he's had a lot of units there. They've constantly been attacked by artillery, but that's my thoughts. One thing he is lacking is any kind of standard artillery to counter those mortars as well. I mean, we've not saw a hell of a lot of use of artillery from Adler, but there have been a few mortar strikes, or not even just counter the mortar, but certainly the Zenart 37mm or any of these Strelke units. Interestingly enough, in comes another Zenart 37, but remember, actually, all of Yarder Boy's airplanes have been shot down. There's no more air force left for Yarder Boy, so that Xenaut 37mm is almost redundant. I think it's now coming in there just to try and kill trucks that come down this reinforcement zone. And I'd be interested to know whether Yarder Boy is out of armoured units as well at this point. In fact, is he out of everything in his deck? There are a couple of MG42s coming in here. But he may well be out of a hell of a lot of units right now. Still 13-11 to Adler. 12 minutes left on the clock. Adler has finally beaten Yarder Boy's tick lead. It's taken 54 minutes. So we are going to see the Xenaut in action face off down the road against the MG42. Actually, can it do that? Its ground range is 2,500 meters, so yeah, it can fire full distance. What? No, that's not right. Well, let's just watch these PE2 strikes come in here. So I think the first is aimed on this Panzer 4H. I think the second is aimed on the Marder 1. Yeah, neither gets the kill. Right, let's go back to the actual Xenaut died down here. So I was actually looking at the AA range. The HE range is 1,500 meters. The ground range, should I say. There is still the push in the south waiting. I mean, Adler could push down here. Don't know whether he has used some of his tanks, though. Perhaps reallocated them, because I'm sure there were more down here. I thought there were about 4 T-34s. There may be these ones here. Another off-map coming in from the KV-1E. We do see a limited number of Panzergrens coming in to reinforce, so Adler still has some units, but whether he has enough... Sorry, apologies. Yarder Boy still has some units, but whether he has enough, who knows at this point. More Xenaut 37mm on the way in. It's interesting that all the AA is now being brought in when Yarder Boy no longer has any planes. What a... A very interesting strategy. Oh, the Panzergrens are going to... yeah. Oh. Oh. Immediately gets taken out by those off-map strikes. So unfortunate for Yarder Boy. He's got to feel so many things didn't go his way this game. Model 1 does go down here. I'm not exactly sure what took that... Oh, I think actually it's this KV-1 here that took out the Marder and the MG42. Adler still has a 1311 here though. And, oh, in comes the BO UE6. Oh, no. There is it. That is the surrender. There was a little bit more time left. But Yarder Boy calls it quits. And, you know, it's very understandable. Very understandable. Look at the kills and losses. Adler. Congratulations, Adler. He is crowned champion of Division 3 of the Steel Division League. Season 3. And yeah, what a fantastic best of 5 match between these two players. Congratulations to Adler. Commiserations to Yarder Boy. I actually really loved watching his play, and if you enjoyed watching him, he does actually have a Twitch channel, so just type in his name on Twitch and I'm sure you'll find it. You can watch him play Steel Division 2. Yeah, it was actually really fun watching Yarder Boy play. I think some interesting strategies came down, and yeah, commiserations to him. 5,800 kills to 5,700 losses, there or thereabouts, from Adler. So in the end, a very tight game between these two players. You may not have felt that looking at it, but yeah, that's how it's turned out. Let's have a look at the kills and losses. Early T-34 getting a nice few kills. Probably relieved a lot of pressure off that central push with those kills. The Aftermachi definitely did their job in this game. Taking a lot of Ersatz trooping here. This unit here actually, wow, responsible for 1, 2, 3 tank kills. Another T-34 does a great job. Here's the ISU-122S, Panzer IV-J, sorry, Panzer IV-G, SPW-231, another Panzer IV-G, SDK-251/1, MG-42, and 2 Marder 1s, SU-122, picks up a few kills, including the Flak 41 kill. The PE-3s, responsible for 2 Konigstiger kills. So congratulations to that PE-3 pilot. I'm sure he is owed a great big beer or a vodka in Russian circles when he gets back to base. Those PE-2 strikes were constant, but it was actually the PE-3 with the smaller payload that got those Konigstiger kills. And some kind of chain reaction explosion killing the 2 Marder 1s and the Konigstiger at the same time. I've never seen that happen before, but that's what it felt like. It almost felt like those Marder 1s were like supply trucks, and they just exploded and took out the Konigstiger with them. Let's see, yep, this PE-2 down here takes out the final Konigstiger as well. Adler was very happy with that kill, and I suspect that took a lot of pressure off him. The P-40 Ace did get the Focke-Wulf kill, although that was replied by the later Focke-Wulf, but then that one went down as well to the later P-40N. And quick look at the losses. The Konigstiger, first unit ordered into the game, or is that first blood from the Konigstiger? It does pick up the ISU kill, the SU kill, a couple of T-34s as well, or 3 T-34s. It definitely put Adler under so much pressure early on, and it was just a fantastic push. JU-88S1 picked up 2 T-34 kills, and the ISU very early on that somehow got behind Jada Boy's forces. That was great. The other Konigstiger came in. Wow, look at this kill list. ISU, SU, 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 and 2 T-34s. That one did a great kill. Was that here Robert? Was that here Robert in Jada Boy's Konigstiger? He certainly was getting the kills, so it could have been. Pak-38 did do a decent job of taking out some forces. Panzer IV-H's, look, this one here did face off well against some T-34s, so the Panzer IV-H's could do the job, but, you know, Jada Boy needed the numbers, and his deck very much revolved around that Maverick income, and so I don't think he did play for a long game engagement, and that's what he kind of found himself in. There we have it. Like I say, congratulations to Adler. Does crown himself Division 3 champion. Commiserations to Jada Boy. I'm looking forward to seeing more from both of these two players. Next season they will be in Division 2, so we will rightly see them combated against some fantastic players. And Division 2 is coming up. The playoffs for Division 2 is coming up shortly on this channel, so definitely don't miss it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out the links in the description for links to my socials and how you can support me and help me make more content for you guys, which hopefully you love watching. Also leave your thoughts and comments down below. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm Angry Birds. I will see you next time.